Hey everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
And we finally made it to the very end of this nightmare called Secret Invasion. So, so we saw some really bad CGI. We saw some characters not come back from the dead.
Lord Disney, just take a second. Like, how much feedback do you need from the audience about terrible CGI? To just be like, look, why isn't Bob Iger or Kevin Feige just come out and be like, hey guys, we heard your concern about the CGI. We're going to delay Secret Invasion for a month to make sure the shit looks like Life of Pi good or whatever, right? Not PS3 graphics. Holy shit.
Yeah, you think all the She-Hulk hate they got would make them think, hey, maybe we should make sure CGI looks good. So we're
She-Hulk, Ant-Man, Black Panther 2, Black Panther 1, the fight scene at the end there. We can't forget how terrible that CGI was. It's a lot of projects the CGI has been slacking on. And I gotta say, this fight was wonky. This fight was shit. It was weird. It was terrible. But terrible CGI did not do it any favors.
And after they revealed her powers, you could already tell that she was going to be the one to fight in the end. She's the only one with the same kind of powers.
She's the only one that could. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over it. Let's before we break down the episode and get everyone's thoughts, let's get everyone's thoughts on the overall series. Rob, what'd you think about it? You happy you watched it? Better than Loki? Better than She-Hulk? What do you think?
Oh, well, definitely not better than Loki. But...
Not better than Loki. My wife agreed. Definitely not.
I think
better than Miss Marvel.
Masterpiece compared to She-Hulk, obviously. I mean, compared to Miss Marvel, at least Miss Marvel introduced us to Pakistani culture. And,
true, that was really exciting. That was cool.
And so that was a cool aspect of the show. But I think the reason they just changed her powers from being Inhuman to mutant, and now in the comics they're making her a mutant just so they could make her more like the MCU version, which just ticks me off because it's the comics are gonna be around forever. The TV shows and the adaptations are just gonna be here for a short time. No need to alter the comics.
Right.
But
right.
I'd say.
Are you taking your grandkid? Are you taking your grandkids to go see Avengers 20 in theaters?
Hopefully, the MCU will be long dead by then. They're really bending over backwards to kill the MCU right now. So I have no excitement for any future projects. Maybe Fantastic Four.
I'd rather
Deadpool 3
hit myself in the toe. Yes, Deadpool 3. And
unless that theory of all these shows aren't supposed to be amazing to make the next.
Yeah, my theory. Yes, that they're taking Phase 4 on purpose. Yes, that's what the optimist in me is holding out.
Well, I think the last Disney CEO really wanted a lot of stuff on the streaming service.
Bob
so
Paycheck.
He really forced Feige to push hard on these shows. So, but now I think Feige's back.
Would you rather rewatch 452 minutes of Secret Invasion or 402 minutes of Zack Snyder cut of Justice League? Would you rather watch the Justice League or would you rather watch the Secret Invasion over again?
Oh, Zack Snyder's Justice League anytime. It was so much better than the theatrical cut I never saw. But, at least I could pause it and go on with my day and come back and watch it. But I think there were some parts I really liked of the Zack Snyder cut, but there's some parts that were really stupid and convoluted. But that's an easy choice.
Much like this television show, that's a great segue. I wanted to ask you guys, Forrest, let's start with you. What was your high of the show and what's your low? And then we'll go to Robbie.
I liked Samuel L. Jackson. I liked Don Cheadle as Rhodey. I thought the guy played the bad. I thought the guy who played the bad guy was named Gravik. He was really good, despite his motivations being stupid.
Did he look different this episode? Did he look noticeably older?
He looked a little green. What do you think?
A little green. All right, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to this stupid podcast.
I did not like Emilia Clarke. She was just her character was two-dimensional and her acting was two-dimensional. It was just this was just a paycheck for her. Her post Game of Thrones career has not been that great.
So I watched the watched the finale, and then I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and I just started laughing to myself. I started chuckling, like, not uncontrollably, but like a little more
on the toilet.
Yeah, just chuckling away. And my wife's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Can you imagine if Amelia Clark tanks Game of Thrones and Marvel, the two biggest franchises of all time?"
And then you start pooping uncontrollably because you're on the toilet.
And then I shit myself laughing. No,
but luckily you're on the toilet, so it was all.
And that's
good,
where I had my best thoughts.
Well, I mean, I think if D&D were the showrunner's Secret Invasion, it would have been better than what we got. Honestly, I don't think they could have. Well, they would have read the comic. They would have read the comic and be like, "Oh, we should do some more stuff in this." But
they should just made this a major blockbuster movie event instead of trying. They should
have made Avengers 4.5, like they made Captain America: Civil War, which basically was 2.5. But like Secret Invasion adaptation without the Avengers and other Marvel characters, all they had to hear was like Nick Fury and War Machine.
Right.
Honestly.
What about you, Robbie? What was your high and low of the series?
It would definitely have to be that. The high would be that fight with the president when they attacked the president. That was
good.
I enjoyed that little battle they had there on the highway.
Yeah. Marvel loves their highway battles. Winter Soldier, Deadpool.
Highways and hallways, baby. Yo, I can't wait for that Netflix documentary to come out, or a Disney documentary, Highways and Hallways. And they just like break down all the major hallways and highway fight scenes from Marvel.
I don't really watch behind the scenes making of, or like whatever Marvel does to like blow themselves how great they are. They've tanked in the past couple of years, but I don't know. So I guess the episode started. Please remind me if I forgot something.
We opened with Nick Fury calling Priscilla, which is weird because like Priscilla, you see like Priscilla getting ready to leave her house, and then later on she's at her house. Ryan Airy points out like
she left her keys
cutting or whatever. Also, Ryan Airy has been sounding super weird on like the last couple of videos he's been putting out. Sounds very AI-ish. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm just calling it now. But look, there's some good writing here. There's glimmers of great writing in this TV show, right? Like when Nick Fury says to Priscilla, like, "I've dialed this number 1,000,000 times, has never called it." And I was like, that's a good line, right?
No, I never pressed send.
Never hit send.
Oh, no, yeah, never pressed send.
Because I spilled water on my phone screen. It wouldn't work. Yeah.
And then you've got other lines, like later on when Scrody's talking to this woman, and he's like, "Did you take a stupid pill for breakfast or with breakfast?" And it's like, is this great writing? Is this terrible writing? I'm so
would Rhodey really be like that?
You call him Scrody?
Scrody, yes.
Like Scrotum?
No, like
Will they ever show the
and Scrotum?
Like what exactly happened to Rhodey when it happened?
I'm sure when he gets his own TV show, Armor Wars, if that ever happens, I'm sure it'll show.
I thought because he was acting like a scrotum, not because he was a Skrull. That's what I thought.
No, he's acting like a dick, not a scrotum.
I mean, like a dick is like calling someone a scrotum instead of a dick is like even worse insult. I feel because like
I would say so. It's so random. Oh wow. IMDb.
And one thing that I kept like thinking when the
8 stars. What's up?
When it was Fury, Skrull, Rhodey, and the President in the hallway, I kept thinking like, just shoot him in the hand or leg or something, and it'd be like
just anything.
Just like put your finger up his butt. Now probably
like you've already figured this out multiple times. Like use it.
Yeah, shoot him in the foot. You don't care. This guy's trying to nuke a whole country. Like. This is not the time to be.
They just got to the point of just shoot him in the head.
You used to be Nick Fury.
Give him a purple nurple.
All right, so there is like Scrody before Nick Fury meets the president, right? Scrody's talking to President Redkin. And he's
President Rick?
Redkin, what's his name?
President.
Oh, Ritson. President Ritson, that's it.
Yeah.
President Ritson, and he's like convincing him that the Russians attacking. It's like, look, I already got this like speech prepared. And I was wondering, I was like, damn, like first off,
that even his position?
Weren't you drunk like 2 hours ago? And then you're not a speech writer. And I was like, oh, so like at first, like I thought that Disney Marvel was just having like a low budget on the studio on the set, and like that's why they didn't hire a lot of people. But no, it turns out like the in-canon White House just doesn't have anyone else working for the president besides this guy.
Huh.
As the speechwriter.
There's no vice president. There's no secretary of state.
Nothing.
There's no chief of staff. There's only Rhodey, who is. I'm not even sure what his position is.
How dumb.
No wonder nobody came into the hospital with the president.
The next movie they have to write, or the next movie they're coming out, we know Harrison Ford is going to be the president, right?
Yeah.
So why would they not take the opportunity to kill off President Ritson and a cool man, like make it high stakes, make this fucking series matter, right? But
because he's the one who gets everyone to fight all the Skrulls.
You remember when he was talking to Fury at the very end? He's like, "That's one-term president thinking right there," or So I think
which is not. I've been through the Bush era. I'll tell you right now, when you start a war, you usually get that second term.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this is a fantasy universe, so.
Speaking of fantasy universes, he declared all non-human life forms as threats. So, are we talking about
you gotta go.
Not. I'm talking about like non-Earth, whatever he said. So, like,
I guess you never got the
Asgard. You think Asgard's gone? You think Asgard's become an enemy of the state?
Yeah, Korg is public enemy number 1 now. What's going on, Mike?
Avengers get a pass, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Some Avengers.
What about
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Did that not even matter now, or did you never get told or notice that?
Basically, Talos' dream is dead. Talos' dream is dead.
Tried to come and save him.
Yeah, Talos' dream is dead. So, yeah, it's a shame. But let's go on to Fury takes out those 2 guards.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Well, so it cuts to Nicolas Cage going to Russia. Nick Fury. I did write Nick Cage in my notes here. Nick Fury goes to Russia to the Skrull Coven.
Or was it?
Put the harness down.
To confront Gravik.
She could have gone
with Gravik looked noticeably different. Here's my question to you guys. Was Gravik right? No?
Next topic.
Next question. He's looking for a planet for his people to live on. Like, he had a quid pro quo with Nick Fury, right? Like, we'll be your spies, we'll do your dirty deeds. Like, he killed people, right? He lost a piece of his soul every time.
Because he's being promised a planet.
And yet you watch the Guardians
or a home,
you watch the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and there's literally tons of planets out there. There's plenty.
Tons of them. Go take, as Ryan Aries' dog points out, go take Thanos' planet. They killed Thanos.
And as we learned,
oh yeah, there was like no one there but Thanos.
That's exactly Go put him there. Like,
and as we learned in the Christmas special,
that's true.
You can literally travel to Earth from like the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah, and like Captain Marvel's been going out. She's like the fucking sheriff of the galaxy, and she's like controlling everything. She's never found a free planet. Get that shit.
That's a good point. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, like I would be furious too, right? So like, yeah. So like, look, when the guy in charge isn't doing the job, he's got to go. Whether that's your boss or your leader, right? Talos.
Major. He only has one eye. He can only look so much. So.
Yeah, but he lost the other eye to a cat. So I mean, like, really,
Thanos' planet got snapped away.
The MCU just hates Nick Fury.
It really does.
So, all right. So what else happened? Nick Fury's talking to Gravik.
Let's talk about that for a second. Was Nick Fury's entire character arc being able to kiss his wife as a green person? Like, he had no character development. Like Nick Fury moving from his character, only move that I can be aware of is that beforehand he refused to appreciate his wife and her Skrull form. At the very end, the very last episode, he did. Those teeth are hard. Yeah,
dude, I would have loved.
I did notice that.
I wish the showrunners of the balls been like, he sees her in the Skrull and was like, I want a divorce.
Nope. He's like, no, I'm good, thanks. And then she's like,
because there's like, I am so soft right now.
He's like, this is. No, you don't have to go down on me. It's okay.
Can you be Vivica A. Fox, please? Or Beyonce?
Did you know the entire time that she was a Skrull?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah, it was salty. Yeah, but he never accepted her as a Skrull. She always had to be in human form for him to love her, allegedly. But at the very end, he accepted her as a Skrull. What a good husband. What terrible writing. Just shit writing.
Yeah, and it's like, well,
So speaking of shit writing,
bald people like each other.
I thought it was weird that Fury gave Gravik the harvest, right? Like, it's terrible writing. I was like, what are you doing?
You're just gambling that guys can be able to beat him.
You're just gonna trust this guy that he's gonna leave the planet, and then he doesn't. But it's a trick.
Well, no, the plan was for Gaia to defeat him. Like, hopefully that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the ultimate plan, which is a terrible plan.
But of course, girls get it done. So of course it was going to work. But the strategy was just so stupid, and it was this phase for a strategy. This CGI just laden fight was like just so went against the tone of like the spy thriller, Winter Soldier, successor we were supposed to get. We were sold on. Wasn't this series like $200+ million in budget? And it was a payday.
There's got to be a huge fight at the end with amazing CGI, and that's like what costs so much. What the fuck? How much did this CGI cost to give me fucking Hulk leg? Or
I gotta say, WandaVision CGI in the last episode was way better.
Way better. This is maybe some of the PS3 graphics, dude. This is like, dude, I've seen better graphics on like StarCraft 1.
It's like Scorpion King at the end of Mummy 2.
Ooh, burn!
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Why
also,
not? So,
by the way, she kills Gravik by shooting a beam through his chest.
Why did he do that?
Extremist.
Not
Like,
nope. Just the entire heart out. Not there's no organ to recover.
I guess so.
But why didn't he do that to her? And then, dude, how did she get so goddamn good at all of her superpowers? Sorry, bro. I've been inundated in the last 20 years of watching people spend the first hour of getting their superpowers trying to figure out how to use them. And then you're just gonna tell me she knows how to like to phase out like using Ghost Spectre powers or whatever to phase shift to avoid being attacked. Like, get the fuck out of here! That person took like years to learn how to do that inside the Quantumverse.
But also, why would he turn the machine on with Fury / her in there?
Well, he didn't know it was Fury, and he thinks Fury's a human, so it wouldn't affect him. It wouldn't affect Fury.
Oh, it doesn't work on humans.
Yeah, it doesn't work on humans. It only works on Skrulls.
And he thought the machine would just kill him or something.
It would just make him strong. But it was a great ploy.
What if it like messes with DNA with both of them in there?
They're like a half Fury, half Gravik, just like.
Oh my god! They just like merge together.
Yeah,
it's probably not made to have multiple people.
I am Furic or Growery. I don't know. So
I am furious. What are they gonna do with this Mary Sue now? Holy shit, dude!
She's now unlike Brie Larson's probably like
dragon was powerful. Dude, try Amelia Clark with every not just good guy.
Why call the Avengers when you got one person with all the Avengers?
Yeah, fuck you, Carol Danvers. We don't need you anymore. We have somebody who can be Carol Danvers, the Hulk, Abomination, Frost Giant.
Well, she's always
all at once.
Wherever she goes.
Wherever the script calls for her, she'll be there.
I
need to save Tony Stark? I'll be there.
Always
it's too late for that. So we can talk about the hospital scene, the Fury's actual showdown with Scrody. And
so after the big reveal that Fury isn't in Russia, but we get the reveal
he pops out in the hospital.
He's in London.
She wasn't lying that Fury was there. What's her name?
Yeah.
The happy torture lady.
Yes, Sonya Fallsworth.
Yeah. So they kill Scrody, and the president's like, give me a phone. I'll call off the nuclear strike. And then he declares war on the Skrulls. He's like, we're gonna kill all of them. just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
And Fury's just like,
I saw that hate speech you made.
He's like, hey, you know this guy named Hitler? Just killing everyone without due process. Might harm your re-election chances.
You only got saved. You only had your life saved by one of those Skrulls.
Yeah. So,
ignore
but he
that
was
one,
he was unconscious. So he was. I bet Talos was like, "Wake the fuck up! See me that I'm green and saving you."
Hey,
Yeah, like this is what he's been wanting to do for years, and
he's like, "Dude, wake up!"
Totally ignored.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So that's really
talking about taking refugees. Have you guys ever heard of the Evian Conference?
The Evening Conference, no.
Evian Conference, EBIN, Evian Conference. Took place from July 6th to July 15th in 1938. TLDR, the long and the short of it is, the world, this was pretty much started by, I think, Roosevelt, anyway. Roosevelt in the States. Realized that Hitler and Nazi Germany were coming to power and they were an issue. So them and 32 countries got together and tried to decide if they were going to accept the Jewish refugees from Germany and Austria. And they decided not to accept them. And then we all know what happened afterwards.
Well, there's a alternative history book called like the Yiddish Policeman's Book or something like that, like the Yiddish Policeman's Notebook. And it's basically alternative history because we were going to take some Jewish refugees in and put them in Alaska. But there was like one of the general chief of staff killed that plan. And in the book, like his car runs off the road and dies. So the plan goes through. So all the Jewish refugees go to Alaska. And they've been there since the 30s. It's like set like modern day. Like Alaska's basically just like the Israel.
Interesting. The Yiddish Policeman's Union.
Yeah, that's what it calls. Yeah. So it won like
Michael Chabon.
It won like the Hugo Award, I think, which is like the Pulitzer of sci-fi books.
Oh, Hugo Award for Best Novel, 2008.
Yeah. So that'd be a cool thing to adapt someday.
That would be. Speaking of adapting, do you have any announcements coming up? Are we adapting anything on an upcoming episode?
Oh, I guess we can do my new like TV teleplay I wrote, just like that, literally cool. in like literally like an afternoon, because like the deadline is coming up. Yeah, so basically, I think just the premise is it's just like this bail enforcement agent or bounty hunter just stumbles into supernatural unpleasantness when he's trying to track down fugitives. So like I have like a couple ideas. I've only written one episode, obviously. Who knows, I'll write another one. But it's like, I think we'll just be like a different monster or some sort of creature from folklore or some sort of supernatural event going on in each episode. But maybe we can do that since there are like literally no shows coming out.
Right? Was this written
when
purely by you, or do you have some AI help?
No AI help. I mean,
no AI help. All right, you guys heard.
I don't even know how to work AI. So like, I just know ChatGPT. I've never downloaded it, so I don't even know how I would use it to write a script. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we can do that next episode. We're literally have to make Matt do every character. Yeah.
He's a DM. He's used to it.
Yeah, we'll I don't know. Yeah, because if we can't find anything to watch, when is Gen V coming out? The Boys spinoff. Is that coming out
in September?
Okay, and then I think Loki. I think Loki's coming out in October. Oh. Is that right? Loki season 2.
Gen V is coming out Friday, September 29th.
Okay.
And
to hold us off,
Loki season 2 is coming out October 6th, 2023.
Okay, and Invincible is November, right?
I think, yeah. So we're gonna have a action coming out this fall. Yeah.
Well, like a whole month, because it's not even August yet. It's gonna be August like next week, but like I don't think One Piece is coming out until like the 31st. But we can all at least like watch the first like 44 episodes. So because I think that's what the anime is covering.
Down here in Florida, the One Pieces came out back in like April.
The what?
The One Pieces came out back in like April.
You've seen One Piece already?
No, I'm talking about the bathing suits. It's hot down here in Florida.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, not a good joke, I guess. Oh, sorry, guys. Listen.
Hey, I
listeners.
I just got back from a comedy show with a bunch of like.
Actually funny people. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, the guy looked like Alan Moore, but he was sort of like Mitch Hedberg, and he was just sort of like just like telling a lot of one-liners or just like jokes that don't really like just aren't connected. But it's like, so I planted some bird seeds. No birds have grown yet. So a lot of
nice. A lot of awkward laughs. A lot of awkward pauses.
Wasn't a good stand-up. Just a bunch of random jokes.
Yeah, it was just like a guy just doing like a bunch of random jokes, but they booze and free food there, so it was like a free event.
Well, thanks for coming back to the podcast. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
no one can complain when you're being handed a bunch of free food.
Yeah, they had like hot dogs.
It does make you funnier.
Fruit. So it was cool though. I just wish I had gone to the barbecue place. So I probably gained like 10 pounds in the past 2 hours. But yeah, so One Piece is coming out on like August 31st. So we should all like watch the anime up to like the Arlong arc.
Read a bunch of manga.
You've read the manga?
Not all of it. I've read a good bit of it though.
How far did you get into it?
Man, I haven't read it in a while. I don't remember exactly what chapter it was.
The guy with
I got pretty deep into it.
The guy with the nose,
that's what she said.
the long nose that looks like a swordfish or sawfish.
I think that's Pinocchio. It's the wrong one.
They all got some like weirdly proportioned bodies depending on who they're.
Isn't like one character is like who's and half reindeer?
He's like in like a suit. It's probably the weirdest character I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to.
What is One Piece? Give me.
Well, I don't. Wait, was he in the live
One
action?
Piece?
He's like.
One Piece is basically Pirates of the Caribbean meets X-Men. I'm more like the boys. So instead of like Compound V, there are these things called the Devil Fruit that like you eat and you get a different superpower. So like the main guy Luffy, his power is he can stretch. So there's like Mr. Fantastic, and there's like a guy who can turn to sand. There's a guy who can like turn to magma. There's a guy who can like separate his body parts. There's a guy.
Is that fun?
Yeah, they run into all kinds of people like every.
With a guy who can turn to smoke.
Episode.
I think someone who can steal souls. Someone who the Doflamingo guys like you can like create strings, but there's strings that can like cut through anything. So there's a lot of weird powers with these devil fruits, but it's like also.
I mean,
it's got some like goofiness to it, but they can get serious at parts.
Yeah, well, I'm like the real episode is just him building his crew. So he has like the guy who's like the swordsman, he has navigator girl, he has the inventor, he has the cook. So he's sort of like gathering his crew right now, and then once that's established, that's when they start like going toward.
I should have got the nose.
Yeah,
the whole point.
He fights with like 3 swords. He has one in his mouth. He's
the whole point.
What?
So the whole point.
I'm back in.
The whole point of the anime is that they're looking for this treasure called the One Piece because the Pirate King was executed, and he says like, "Go and find my treasure. It's in this part of the ocean that's really dangerous called the Grand Line." So like,
and that's what everybody's looking for.
All the pirates are. It's sort of like Ready Player One. They're all looking for those Easter eggs. They're looking for this pirate treasure. So, but it's funny because it's not like set in like the 1700s. It's like set in like modern day. There's like an actual like police force called the Marines.
It's kind of like their own.
And they're like
world.
modern Navy. It's its own world, but it's like sort of like modern day naval warfare meets like golden age of piracy sort of aesthetic. So interesting. I'm not really like hooked. I'm not really like super into it, but I'm still getting turned around because I'm only like 5 episodes in.
Yeah, so, maybe it's like what people were talking about by episode 30.
Yeah, well, it's still it's still interesting though. I do like that he's building his crew and like we're getting to know each.
Yeah, the beginning is just him getting things together and introducing everything,
and a lot of exposition. A lot of exposition,
imagine,
like what the devil fruits are.
By season 4 on Disney Plus, it gets good. Like it would not get past season 1.
Yeah, they're gonna have to like make the first episode. Like really, I don't know. So we'll see. I mean,
you're not excited about this, are you? It's Netflix. It's a live action anime.
I'm like
adaptation.
This, but everyone who's
good.
like,
it can't.
Everyone online seems to be excited about it. I'm just like, just Cowboy Bebop. They're like, yeah. It's like I think they're adapting the anime in order because Cowboy Bebop they adapted it like scattershot. They were just like picking random things from the anime and adapting it like in weird ways, like adding a lot of random weird bullshit. Like you never tasted victory until you tasted a man's testicles. That sort of stuff. Remember that scene?
No, thankfully my brain blocked.
He literally like he puts the guy's testicles in his mouth. Like you've never tasted victory until you've tasted a man's testicles, and like that was never in the anime. And there's literally a video on YouTube saying like adult screenwriter wrote this.
Yeah, why would you write this?
So the Cowboy Bebop was garbage. I never even finished it. I don't think I will, but hopefully One Piece will break the curse. They're doing like a Yu Yu Hakusho adaptation too, but that might just be in Japanese. Because apparently they did a Bleach adaptation too, and that was like completely in Japanese. So it's not like Death Note or Cowboy Bebop where it's like American adaptations. There's just like live action adaptations made by Japanese people. But I heard the Rurouni Kenshin movies are good. They're live adaptations. And I heard they're pretty good. So
what you're saying is you think this is the one piece of content that is going to break the streak for Netflix?
We'll see. It could be another Cowboy Bebop. We don't know. So, but if it fails,
we'll find out.
And
make sure to subscribe.
Anime adaptations are dead.
Thoughts.
Although I don't think they've announced anything besides Yu Yu Hakusho after this. See how this turns out, and I'm sure COVID killed a lot of plans,
I'm waiting for the live action Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's make this happen.
Oh gosh, I don't know. What other anime could they adapt? I mean, I guess maybe try
Digimon. Let's do Digimon. Let's go right now.
Like realistically,
I tried to
You
look
shut
up
your mouth.
where
Let's be realistic.
How far I
Digimon.
got into the manga of One Piece, but I noticed the app didn't save where I was now because it's been
well, the Duffer Brothers are doing a Death Note reboot, so hopefully they can get that off the ground and not suck. But they gotta finish Stranger Things though, so I don't know what else they could do. I think they said I think Netflix is doing a Gundam movie, but that would just be so expensive. They might as well just do a movie about it. But the only Gundam I care about is Gundam Wing, so yeah, I don't know. They've already done Ghost in the Shell. That sucked. What other anime?
You guys remember when Japan made a real life Gundam?
Yeah, Gundam statue. Yeah.
Yeah, 59 feet tall, 4 stories tall. It was on 2020. Incredible.
Yeah.
Boy, that would be really cool until COVID kind of just took the wind out of it.
You can, instead of wearing a mask, you just get in your Gundam and you'll be safe from the virus. Like, how almost safe could you be?
25 tons. That's a big boy.
I'm just happy that we're not talking about Secret Invasion anymore. That's just how much I hated that show. I'm just like happy to talk about anything else besides, that god awful show. But I'm worrying Deadpool.
Would you rather watch Secret Invasion again or She-Hulk if you had to watch one?
I think just like She-Hulk is like basically almost like the room where it's like so bad that it's good. It's just like I was like just so pissed off. I watched She-Hulk that I came around full circle. And it's just so fun to make fun of. It's just like, I could write something better than this. It's like, it makes you feel good about your own writing capabilities. Like if someone could like literally be paid to write this, like I can do it. Screenwriter.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's how I thought about Secret Invasion last night. Like I was like, man, did you know something's bad? Like something's so bad when you're inspired to do the same thing because you're like, oh, I could do that then.
Yeah, I could have made this way better.
Like just not being political, but like after Trump, you're just like, oh, I could probably be president. I could probably run this country. It doesn't seem that hard. Obama made it look so much more harder than it has.
Yeah, you don't. I thought you had to be qualified. Okay, awesome. So yeah, but I don't really see anything coming out that's we can cover until I guess One Piece, then Gen V, which I'm not really looking forward to. I saw the new trailer yesterday and it just looks like a panel, just like characters that are just made for the show. Mm-hmm. The lead actress, I don't know if she's related to anyone or she's just like her own thing, but I don't know if they already have Compound V in them when they go to college, but I don't know. I'm not really getting like an Animal House sort of sense from this show, but that's kind of what they're going for. But I don't know. I'm just not excited for it at all. It just doesn't look intriguing. It just looks like a pale imitation of The Boys. It could have been like a one episode of The Boys that they decided to make into an entire series.
Kind of like Adam Eve. You could just done like a little special.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the critics will love it, but I'm just like, I don't care.
Boo this naysayer. Boo him at Ziza Podcast on Twitter because if 4 amazing, mind-blowing seasons of The Boys has earned one thing, it is cautious optimism about their spinoff. The Walking Dead proved me wrong. Every other TV show with the spinoff has proven me wrong, but The Boys deserve this much, in my opinion.
Yeah, so, but we'll try to figure out something to talk about next week if we can. If not, we might be gone for a while. But
we'll do the script.
Yeah, we can do the script.
Yeah,
know,
if you guys are curious, like, do I want to listen to this episode? Do I not want to? If you want to go back in our back catalog, Forrest has done a previous script a little more superhero themed. I don't want to spoil anything.
Has Superman in it.
But yeah, I was gonna say it would be A Good Time Is in Your Fate if you go back in our catalog. That's a terrible, awful writing. Maybe I should go work for Marvel.
Yeah,
just write this up on the spot. That was awful. Anyway, Dr. Fate's in there. It's a lot of fun. A lot of voice acting.
No, it's Dr. Destiny, not Dr. Fate.
Oh, Dr. Destiny. What was I thinking of? Dr. Fate. Who's Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate's like the Doctor Strange of DC, even though he was like.
Oh, that's the Black Adam guy. Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah, I still didn't watch that. That was like the only reason
guy.
I wanted to watch that movie because of Dr. Fate.
Guy
but
has given me a lady boner. Pierce Brosnan looked very good in that movie. I was like, oh, James Bond has aged very well. I'm talking about aspirations. Getting old, guys. We gotta maintain our
yeah, it's a shame because like I really wanted that movie to succeed, so there'd be a Dr. Fate spinoff with him in it. But I think
spoiler alert, they killed him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only way they're getting Pierce Brosnan.
The only reason I want that movie to
succeed
is gone now. So. But they did it themselves. But yeah, do like a prequel with Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate and have him fight Wotan like in the comics.
Well, it sounds like you need to get on Twitter and start a Twitter campaign, buddy.
I mean, everyone's like tweeting James Gunn like, hire me. Like literally actors just like, I think the guy who played Jonah Hex on the CW Legends Tomorrow was like, hey, you should do a Jonah Hex show with me. And it's like, yeah, let's get a guy in a Confederate uniform in a show in 2023. Yeah, I feel like over well.
Do you guys want to guess before we wrap this up? Do you guys want to guess the Rotten Tomatoes score of Secret Invasion?
It's got to be rotten, right? It's like the lowest. I heard it's like the lowest rated since Ant-Man.
I don't know.
3.
I don't want to spoil anything. What, Rob? What do you think the rating is?
Sorry, I was looking at something. I actually missed some.
So Secret Invasion Rotten Tomatoes score. What do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is for Secret Invasion?
It's definitely mixed, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at it.
60%.
So just barely a tomato.
Just barely.
That's about what I was thinking.
Yeah, Ant-Man. So I forgot Rotten Tomatoes. So the audience score is 60. The average tomato meter is 56. Versus Ant-Man, where the average tomato was 46 and the audience score was 82%. So, I mean, by far She-Hulk audience score was 32. It was pretty fucking bad.
Damn.
When's Blue Beetle coming out, Mage?
Dude, in my nightmares.
You don't want to see George Lopez being George Lopez?
What have I told you?
For 2 hours?
3 short weeks, August 18th.
Wow, that's when
it does look interesting.
I mean, apparently,
what was with the Batman is a fascist comment they threw in the trailer?
I don't know.
They're just making one-liners. Oh, he said Batman. Oh, this is gonna create controversy. And they're right. Look, Robbie, they tricked you. Now we're talking about this fucking thing on our podcast.
Yeah, I guess
they won with their stupid line about Batman being a fascist.
To be fair, they call him a fascist in The Dark Knight Returns, which is the most famous and best-selling Batman story of all time. So I mean, that gave me Dark Knight Returns vibes. Anything that made me think of The Dark Knight Returns, that's a good Batman story.
As Zeitgeist Zealots does a deep dive into is Batman a fascist?
See your potato. That must be Tip because Irish.
Yep.
So Tip,
how did you know?
Stereotypes.
What did you think of Secret Invasion? If you watched it all.
Secret Invasion, hello, Tip to the podcast.
My first impression of Secret Invasion was, man, this is so secret. I can't even figure out where it's located, on what platform, on anything. It's so secret.
I can't believe it invaded my TV screens.
I can't believe yeah.
Okay, so Tip didn't watch it. Tip, are you looking forward to Blue Beetle?
Is that on Disney?
No, it hasn't come.
It's going to be on theaters. It's going to be on the big screen.
Did you see
Blue
Oppenheimer?
Beetle?
Yeah.
No, I want to. I don't know.
Oh, I have my tickets for Sound of Freedom tomorrow. So Robbie's seen it. If you guys want to see it, maybe we can talk about that next podcast. Talk about the real life superhero. We'll talk about real life superheroes.
So
Yeah, that's right.
Tip. So Tip, what character do you want to play in Lazarus Cole?
Sounds like the media is trying to suppress the story once again from our own podcast. I can't believe it.
Who's Lazarus Cole?
Lazarus Cole, baby. That's the script we're going to be doing next week. Go ahead and...
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, who do I want to be?
Yeah.
That's funny because I was just looking that up. Literally. That's funny. I just searched Forrest in my Gmail. Yeah, whenever I'm feeling a little horny, I just type in Forrest in my Gmail.
Well, that's our show, everyone.
Thanks for hopping on. Just the tip.
I gotta get a court-ordered restraining order. Excuse me, I'll be right back. No. So yeah, Tip, you can be. I don't know. We'll figure something out. You can be the
stipend.
Yeah, look at the first page, aren't you, mate? You can be
the fourth page. Thank you very much.
You can be Croatian. You can be Croatian, Tip.
You be Croatian. I will be the moon.
Yeah.
That'd be woman vampire.
Wait, who's going to be all of the minor characters?
Matt.
Who's Maria?
You're gonna be
Matt's
Maria.
wife.
You're gonna be all the female characters, Tip. Just like
Matt's
last
wife.
time.
You're Wonder Woman, yeah.
No,
there's
Tip
only
is
one
Joker.
female.
Wait, so there's Hastings?
No, it's someone, Captain.
Oh yeah, he's the fugitive. You can be the fugitive. I guess. Yeah. There's the farmer guy who's the human trafficker. So who better to embody a human trafficker than Robbie? Honestly.
Yeah.
So I feel on the show.
Tries desperately to worm free from the short vampire's bite and grip. Tune in next week to find out what happens.
Yeah,
as he pulls out his gun and fires in panic.
If we had any listeners, they'd be like, "What the hell are they talking about right now?" So basically,
I'm here and I'm a little confused.
I don't think I emailed the script to you, Rob. So Major, forward it to Rob.
All right, I'll forward it to Robbie.
Yeah, I'll have to write episode 2. We'll just turn this entire show into we're just all we do is complain about shows.
We'll just write our own shows.
We should write our own show, and then we'll be like, wow, we suck. We should be more respectful of people who write shitty shows. So, this is really hard.
This is kind of difficult.
So, we'll have our own show on Audible or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Tip, any parting words, any parting thoughts, any news you want to share
I just hope the best for the world of Disney.
Hopefully they don't go bankrupt again.
R.I.P. shareholders.
Wait, they've gone bankrupt?
Probably not. But I think Bob Iger might sell the TV properties for money.
They put it on Hulu. That's not good.
Wait, why do they lose money?
Because they're making crap products. They went woke and they got broke. Something like that.
But I think we're going to end the episode because we really just sort of covered Secret Invasion and we really didn't like it.
Yeah. No.
And we just kind of want to go on with our lives and not think about it ever again. So maybe Armor Wars will be better. I'm sure Loki season 2 will be better, although I think they got a different showrunner.
I feel like it's going to be hard to not think about the show again when you have created literally the most OP character of all time, of all superhero content.
Well, they can just pull a War of the Worlds and just said the human viruses killed her because she was an alien, and she just died off screen. The end. And now Carol Danvers is the MVP of the MCU once again.
Just snap her out of existence.
I'm sure Brie Larson is not happy that there's a more powerful character than her character in the MCU.
So now that Emilia Clarke has binary powers, she has. Does that mean she's going to be Miss Marvel?
She's going to be Miss Marvel-er.
All right. I think that's how we wrapped it up on that joke.
Well, I wasn't disappointed that Brie Larson didn't even have a. Did she have a cameo in Miss Marvel?
She did. She should have a very end of that post-credit scene.
I figured she at least could have like a cameo in Secret Invasion because he's going to Saber Base. He's going to have such a big part in the Marvels that, she's. I mean, can she take a break from doing Nissan commercials for a little bit? Just show up in costume. Yeah. So
just for a minute, just put on a mocap suit. Oh yeah. Also, what the last scene or the second to last scene when Amelia Clark's character is meeting the fun British lady, right? Yeah. And they're gonna start their own organization. Like, dude, like Marvel can just not stop pitching, right? They're just always trying to pitch like the next product, the next like TV show to come out.
Well,
and like, dude, they used to have the modesty and the decency to like leave that for like the post-credit scene, but I think they knew that this show was so bad that no one was going to stick around for the post-credit scene.
There was no post-credit scene yet.
So they threw it in. They threw it in beforehand because they were like, oh, no one's going to stick around for the post-credit scene. Let's go ahead and add this in before the credits.
Well, I was sort of halfway thinking that like they were going to do like Excalibur, which is like sort of like the British superhero team.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, obviously, Guy isn't part of it, but I think like Fallsworth, like that character was created for the show, but she's related to Union Jack. I think Union Jack was part of Excalibur.
And we know
everyone wants Henry Cavill to play Captain Britain now because he's not going to be Superman. He's going to be Geralt.
That'd be fun.
He needs a job, so
I'd be down for that.
People really want him to be Captain Britain.
Yeah, I'm back in the MCU.
But I'm pretty much just like, does anyone really want to be in the MCU at this point?
No.
Like, but we'll see how Deadpool 3 goes. Yeah, so that's our show. Want to plug our social media?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us on Twitter at Zizo Podcast. Let us know what you think. Or Zizo Podcast. Sorry, just had a brain fart there for a second. My brain's already trying to just forget about Secret Invasion. No, I just started deleting files out of my brain for Secret Invasion. I accidentally delete the podcast files out. Zizo Podcast on Twitter. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what we should cover next. If you guys have a series, are you looking forward to One Piece? What do you think about Secret Invasion? We really appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to like, subscribe. We really appreciate it when you guys leave a review. It really helps out the podcast.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for listening, guys.
I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Robbie.
Have a good one.
I'm Tip. Click.
Matt.
Bye, guys.